Alright, gotta do some overlay stuff, but most importantly, unmute my co-casters. Let them out of their cages, if you will. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new best of 5. There's one round of 8 match remaining after this. And that one, of course, is going to be probably the best one in my opinion. Gumiho versus Sulky. But this one doesn't fall too short of that. This is definitely my second favorite matchup, I think, of all the round of 8 matches. I've been looking forward to this one. Spotting at the bottom right corner of the map, playing for Startail. Recently joined the team. It's the Green Terran Alive. And he picked something other than red and blue, so double points.
And in the 11 o'clock position, playing as Red Zerg, Invasion's recent acquisition, DRG.
Yeah, Invasion, man. Again, this team that's kind of just seemingly come out of nowhere. Fantastic player pickups. We've got already Super in the semifinals. DRG possibly looking to join him. And, yeah, it's just cool to see they've got some real representation.
Do you guys know what DRG means?
Dongdaegu.
It's a place.
Yeah, it's where he was born in.
Dong.
He still lives there.
By the way,
wow.
If you're watching this on YouTube real quick, guys, like if you're seeing this VOD later, go to the Twitch VODs and make sure you find the original cast. James, before we got into this series, described that a little bit of shit talk going on between these two guys, a little bit of fun jabs at one another. So, nice to know that there is a bit of personality in the Korean scene. They're not all just a bunch of scary-ass robots who are good at StarCraft 2.
Only
There's
innovation.
there's ton. There's ton. You guys are missing out.
Dude,
time.
you need to tell them the key to like getting crazy fans in North America is to smack talk like MC all the time, whenever they possibly can.
Oh, we all just make fun of MC for just swearing a lot, and that he actually doesn't know how to speak English. We're like, because every time MC goes up to interview and stuff, it's like, bro, like, give it to me in English, and then I'll say something back, and we're just like, you just gonna say fuck shit and get the fuck out anyway. So, and you actually don't know how to speak English.
Wow, the shots are fired all over the place.
Very weird.
Yeah, it's actually quite intriguing. It's really disappointing and sad to see that a lot of the fans are missing out on the pure fun outside of the StarCraft itself from these guys.
Well, only if we'd all learn Korean, then everything would be solved.
If only we knew a guy who could translate that all and bring it to them. Make that his niche, his little.
Organizers thought, you know, think about bringing someone who can.
Alright, in all seriousness though, guys, getting into this match, Alive has shown us pretty shaky TVP in the past. Between the Alima Leagues and every other match we've seen him in, you know, we've seen some weakness out of Alive, but TVZ is certainly a match we've actually seen him excel in. I don't know how he's going to go up against DRG. We really, I gotta be honest, as much as I love DRG, we don't get to cast this guy. I don't know where he sits in this matchup right now outside of what we've seen in the group stages, but what I do know for certain is that this is going to be a very interesting game for Alive's sake. Overlord hunting already, I like this move. Kind of go with that old school.
Pretty sure that Overlord will stay alive.
I could bring one over and lift the barracks. No, he's actually going to go for the tech lab, probably. I take that back. Oh, actually, no. Second guess.
Yeah, it looks like it'd be that drop, which you know, we should see like every single TVZ like 2-3 months ago. But really, I guess like favor of Hellbat pushes or just regular 3CC.
Oh wow.
Nice catch in this Overlord. Well, hey guys, since we
I don't know if I like this or not though. The Lings are about to pop out, and he went for pulling gas first. Metabolic boost can complete.
Now, yeah.
And
6
may
minutes.
even be able to catch the two Marines.
He's joining up all his forces.
With Hellion's coming, I think he'll be okay to cover it.
Yep, just barely.
So I just want to say real quick before we get too far in the action, we did fall behind in donations yet again. $5 coming from Xansis. Says, as penance for my continuing use of Adblock, thanks for the quality entertainment, guys, and best of luck in the future. Then a very generous $20 donation coming from Any Day Now, please. Says, no pants casts. 2 SCVs come back, and 100 muted battle, and an hour-long Broodlord matches. These are a few of my favorite things. Hoi hoi hoi. Happy New Year, Space Trade TV.
Whoa, it's a Woodbine drop. He said, I've been using the Marines he made. Ah, they feel so useless.
Well, let's see how much this goes for. I mean, we've seen like good control, just seeing this coming, pulling the drones away. One of mine's gonna be shut down pretty easily. But if you're not looking for a second, that can certainly cost you almost everything.
I mean, this definitely is a good call because he saw Alive saw that DRG went for pull and gas first to have metabolic boost upgraded earlier than usual, which means then to make up for the loss of the drone counts in the early on, DRG would drone harder than to make spore crawlers or taking up to lair quickly to get overseer and stuff like that.
The wall off is finished. By the way, double shout out to that last guy who donated. He's obviously a fan because he just cited like 4 of the best moments of like, Face Street TV in the last month and a half. So thank you any day now, please. But you're right. That was actually a pretty good call. The Widowmines are always a bit of a risk. Like it's not that they're ever bad. It's not like they fall into the matchup. In fact, they become a very big part of the matchup. But I don't know, man. We're seeing so many more. I'd say so much more success with folks who go for like the Hellbat pushes, paired up with the Marines or the Hellion Banshee openers. Widowmine drops, I think that once upon a time, they were like God mode choice, but not so much anymore.
Alien drops.
You could actually unload on the lower cliff if you want to avoid the links.
Just thinking about it.
Actually, 3 of them miss. That's pretty bad.
You tried. You
That's
tried.
pretty bad.
Just pretend no one saw that. Hopefully the casters weren't looking.
Oh, Wiz does sneak into the natural base. Still Ling's roaming about though, so not quite the easiest kills he'll ever get in his life, but can always pull out with the medevac. There we go, picks up.
Yep. Not a big deal. And it's not really costing him a lot, it's a little bit of micro, but as long as his macro's up behind it, it is. 30C's on the way over. DRG unfortunately was unable to have an overlord in position to block it, so it's a little bit of an opportunity missed.
I do like that he's kept the Hellions alive though instead of suiciding him for drone kills. Like he probably could have killed maybe 8 drones for the Hellions and made it quote unquote worth, but you always give up all your map control when you do that as a Terran player. Not that he's got a lot anyways, because these queens are bullying out creep tumors on the front lines, but transforming the Hellbats later, fending off the Lings, I mean, these Hellions serve a lot of different purposes other than just killing drones.
Yep, and turning to Hellbats later. It's really, I think, quite even more than the killing the creep tumors later on, but anyways, combat shields is on its way. We actually got the immediate double drop. Unfortunately, mutas are going to be out, and hopefully they will not catch these medevacs.
It's gonna be quite close.
Yeah.
Depending on where these mutas are actually rallied at. It may even prevent these 2 medevacs from even dropping.
Well, that being said, though, if they can drop, there's still these Marines. They get a
Well, they
really
can.
nice spot behind the extractors, and the Zerglings are starting to get a struggle to deal with this. This is a huge ball of death that DRG's got to be very careful about engaging. Queen goes down pretty quick as well.
Like 5 seconds later, and the mutas might have had just enough time to like tear down at least one of the medevacs, but they do have to pick up. Banelings are on the way.
Oh man, a lot of overlords dying left, right, and center. That
Yeah.
really sucks.
Well, what was that, 3 so far? Yeah.
This is alive, not center.
Well, those Widowmine drops coming for round 2 up here towards the north. I don't believe this got scouted. DRG just happened to be up here, so yeah, he pulls back, not realizing what's coming. This is a drop heading back towards the main, so 2 locations going to be defended at the same time. Mutilus might not be able to cut it, though. Widowmine's going to be able to get a couple of these drone kills. Okay, that could have been much worse. 10 kills is still 10 kills. Drop in the main, getting cleaned up, and the medevac looks like it will barely go down. Yeah. Always sucks having to actually give away the medevacs for this.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen someone like really try hard getting drops. Drops at around the time that mutas are out. Usually it is just like a very clean 3cc into a push. Even that double medevac drop with the Marines has become, I feel, more rare. But now the real push comes, and the 4th base is actually taken in the center by DRG. That's different.
I don't think it's a terrible location, but right now he does have to worry about these back rocks. Picks up ahead of time to unload once again behind this extractor. Really loving the way Alive's abusing the terrain in his opponent's base. Of course, you can go behind the mineral lines, but it's still not the best. Picks up with that other medevac. Ooh, JK Psych, the one that brought them in, died, but with a couple of Widowmines down, it's not going to be the easiest engagement path. Lots of Banelings, though. So very big potential for DRG to take this fight. But there's no creep spread this direction, and this ramp is going to be a very scary choke to filter through.
I don't know if Alive's really seen like where the 4th is. Yeah, he doesn't know where the 4th is.
Counterattack coming at a DRG, possibly set up. Alive immediately stops rallying and decides to bulk up. Oh, that first Widowmine shot. That second Widowmine shot. And this counterattack is no longer a counterattack.
The rock is broken now. The link to Baneling ratio is quite it's quite odd.
9 banelings to 20 lings.
Yeah. Definitely will have some more banelings to wipe this out, but looks like a couple of Widowmine shots to take out a lot of the lings. Marine's going to be followed back, but even then, like, Alive loses this fight, still has a pretty decent amount of supply behind this. New Widowmines, new Marine set up back at home. But, you know, he's not really got a whole lot of economic damage for the amount of drops and the amount of, like, attention he's really put into this. 19 drones killed. It's not bad, but certainly not amazing.
I think he really missed out on DRG. The fact that DRG did not take that base at the 4th, where we usually see it off to the left, so the MCs are going down, I think really threw Alive off. I mean, usually you have that very common, like, I'm on the edge of creep, and you have to come to me, and I'm pressuring your 4th. And instead, no pressure was under the 4th, and the pressure on the natural wasn't really pressure. I mean, what's Alive going to do? Stim up a ramp? Probably not, so... DRG has been pretty comfortable, and as you saw, he did counterattack, and it went rather well.
Yeah, Alive's put a ton of turrets down, but this is the problem. Turrets are actually not that great, but turrets being repaired certainly are. So 3 turrets will buy a little bit of time, but the mutas, as we saw, didn't really give a single, gosh darn. There you go, try not to swear. 3-3 on the way for Alive as far as upgrades, so this will make his Marines quite a bit more potent. Not so much versus the Banelings and Zerglings as they will be versus the Mutalisks, but I guess the question arises, you know, Widowmines are great and all, but are we going to see that factory with Thor's? The second factory with the Tech Lab?
He has one. It's at the 3rd.
Oh, there we go.
I was like, I could have sworn I saw a Thor on the production tab.
There we go. So coming out down in the middle of the map, there is quite a large force to deal with. Again, the Baneling count not the highest we've ever seen. And those Mulas are quite clumped. The Thor not getting the shots up that he wants. Picks up the Thor. Right in that medevac. Can he get out alive though? Boost! Boost! Boost!
Oh, it survived!
Not for long though. still falls after the fact. A couple of Banelings are going to roll in. This is really not a lot of Marines left.
Yeah, absolutely. But that is going to be... It looks to be it for Alive. DRG is up by about 60 supply, and he's going to get production soon. You know, really... That 4th base is a little unorthodox, but when I look at it and how much creep spread there is, like, where... It would take so long to clean up all the creep spread. No matter what, they're going to have some avenue of attack where there's going to be a little bit of boost for their Banelings.
Marauder is tanking a lot, but the Zerglings are still flooding in, and there's no real answer to this. If the Mutalisks weren't here or the Zerglings weren't here, Alive could hold. But the problem is he's got to deal with both, and he can't with what he currently has. 3rd base, oh, being corralled. Hide, guys, hide. Everyone in the attic, go. Hey, kind of worked. For now, wait for the Banelings to roll in, though. GG. All right, ladies and gentlemen, DRG will take game number 1. This best of 5.